Writer PH Studios.
I don't feel pressured, Leia. Hell no. She is one of the most kindest people, as you guys know, an icon, right? Like, she's like a legend, she's a queen, but then when you're sitting next to her, she looks at you and you go, oh man, you see me. That is so cool. She is one of the most grounded legends I've ever met in my life. The first time, I will say, Alessandra, the first time I met her, I had just turned 18. We had moved into the Prince Edward Theatre in London to start technical rehearsals for Miss Saigon. And Cameron McIntosh comes into my dressing room and says, right, darling, we're going to meet Leia now. We've got cameras ready. And I was like, oh, we're going to meet Leia now? And they have a camera on me. I've never met her in my life. She's also my idol at the time, and still now. And then I see her, and I start crying and shaking, going, oh, it was horrible. So yes, at that time, when I was a young little chicken, I was very nervous, and there was a lot of pressure. But thankfully, Leia understands the importance of knowing yourself and knowing where you are in whatever current you found yourself in the arts, and whatever job you find yourself in. So working with Leia, and thankfully I also, my first two scenes really were with her, right, Diane? My first two scenes. So it was like comforting to me because I had seen her, I had known her, she'd become my friend and mentor over the years. And my first two scenes in my first movie was with somebody of my theater background, one of my idols. So that to me was like, hey, you got it, now go. And she said that to me. She goes, my advice to you as you go on your journey is to enjoy every second of it. That's the advice she gave me. I'll never forget that. But yeah, playing Rose was one of the biggest highlights of my career. I was able to also do a lot of personal, introspective digging of myself and making sure that I had no prejudices against immigrants or prejudices against immigrants who were in my family or who had an immigrant story, and it made me, it challenged my perspective on topics that I wasn't confident enough to have an opinion on that was based in reality. So it challenged me to do that, which was awesome. And also to film Yellow Rose when, like Diane said in the beginning of this press conference, to film Yellow Rose when not 30 miles down the road there was probably an ICE raid of a family. That was the pressure for me. The pressure was going, wow, I get to go home to my Airbnb after a day of filming, being an immigrant. These people don't have it like that. So maybe I should look at the things I complain about in my daily life and convert that energy into doing something good for humanity, because I have nothing to, So it was a harsh reality. And also going to, Diane, Casa Marianella. That's where we went to, right, Diane? That's the name of the place. And seeing people, I asked the woman who their whole purpose of an organization was to create almost a halfway house for undocumented immigrants, to get their stuff together, make, they're protected in a way. And I asked, well, do you accept any people under the age of 18? Because Rose is 17 in the movie, 16, 17. And they said no, because they're not of a legal age, so we couldn't legally protect them. And I went, wow, that's another harsh reality. That's another pressure on me, because I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to run away and be literally chased by a government that doesn't want you in their country. So there was so many pressures to this film that I wasn't expecting. And thankfully Diane, because she's authentic and because she needs the facts, she doesn't want any fantasy mixed with reality. This is a very realistic and horrifyingly current story. So that was the pressure there. Leia was just good fun. I wish that I was able to go to the hotel bar when you guys were at the hotel bar, Diane. I missed that night.
We drank quite a bit on her last day of shooting, and we had some drinks.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Miss Diana and Miss Eva.
Thank you, Alessandra. Maraming salamat.